Yo yo yo, what's going on guys? It's your boy Sir Ding. I'm back here with another video for you guys, and as you guys can see in the background right here, we got some Clan to Clan on Call of Duty Ghosts. We're playing some Blitz on the map Freight. I remember I went pretty good. I think in this gameplay is good overall gameplay. I played objective as well as got a decent amount of kills. Not too many deaths for you guys. Hopefully you enjoy that in the background. And actually, as you can see on my gun right there, that is a camo for pre-ordering Advanced Warfare. And actually today I did stop by GameStop. I went and I pre-ordered Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, and that's kind of the topic for me today. Today I'm going to talk about kind of my hopes and my expectations for Advanced Warfare. I'm kind of going to go into like what I like about other CODs, and hopefully they can incorporate all that into the next COD for Advanced Warfare. And it should be interesting because it's gonna be Sledgehammer making the next one, so I'm kind of hoping they're gonna blend everything, the best from all the CODs, because it's not, they don't have to stick to what Treyarch did, they don't have to stick to what Infinity Ward did. I'm hoping they can just take the best from each company and kind of put it in to make one good Call of Duty game. So mainly I'm gonna be focused on mainly what's good for a competitive video game rather than just regular public matches. So if you guys are public match fans more than competitive, this may not be ideal for what you're looking for, but I'm kind of just going to go into what I'm hoping for the competitive community. First off, I kind of want to talk about weapon balancing first off. Black Ops 2 I think was the best at the beginning of the game. I think it was the best at balanced weapons. You had the PDW, the MSMC, the Scorpion. You could even use the MP7 a little bit. Each gun had one thing it was good at, and that made all of them viable. And it didn't make, I mean, you could say maybe the PDW was the best at that point, but the MSMC and the Scorpion were still being used. They each had their situations they were good for, and that's kind of something I'm hoping in the next Call of Duty. There are multiple guns, there's some gun variety, and in Call of Duty Ghosts, it's just for the assault rifles, it's just the Remington, and that's all that's used for assault rifles. And then for submachine guns, now the only thing that's used is the Vector. It used to be Vector and MTAR, but still that wasn't that great. And they tried to incorporate the Bison, but they just couldn't get the balancing right. They made the Bison way too overpowered. And also the Black Ops 2, you could use for an assault rifle. You could use the AN-94. You could use the M8 at one point. You could use the FAL. Now that was a little overpowered too. I think maybe just a slight nerf on that, and that would have been a gun that was usable too. That's kind of what I'm hoping for in the next Call of Duty. I want there to be multiple guns you can use. You can see it's more fun to watch. It's not boring for the viewers. There's multiple guns you can use. One gun can be good, really good short range and bad long range, like the Scorpion. And that makes it usable on smaller maps. Stuff like that. Maybe a weaker gun overall, but more stable long range, stuff like that. So that's one thing I want to see in the next Call of Duty. I think that'll just make it overall funner to play with, more exciting, a little more versatile. It also might take a little more skill too, because you have to be good at more than just one thing. In this game, all you really gotta do is just run around L triggering with the Vector, and you can destroy anybody. So I think it'll make it a little more competitive as well. So that's one thing I want to see, weapon balancing. A second thing, hit detection. It's got to be there. Black Ops 2 would have been the best game ever if there was just a little bit better hit detection. That's something Infinity Ward's known for, their hit detection. Treyarch, it's been good, but it's not the greatest. So if they can kind of take the engine that Infinity Ward has, try to cut out a lot of the BS that they have in it, I think that type of engine is probably going to be best. And also, I mentioned the BS. That's what they need to get rid of. The main thing, they need to make dedicated servers or something so that the internet isn't such a factor in playing. I understand, you connect over the internet, so naturally people with a better connection are going to do better, but there's just such a wide gap between what you can do with a good internet connection and a bad internet connection. And I know that myself, because I used to have really, really crappy internet. I was at like a 50 ping, and then the new internet that my family got recently, it's like a 15 ping, and it's a world of difference. So they just need to make it so it's not so much internet dependent, so there's not crazy warrior. I don't know, have you guys really never heard of the phrase warrioring that much until this game. You know, you would hear people say like that person, you know, they got a good kill on me or their internet's better than me, but there's even the phrase warrioring was, I mean, it was invented for the purpose of Call of Duty just in this game itself. That's just how internet dependent this game is. It's ridiculous the things that can happen in this game. So that's another thing that needs to change. You know, obviously, you know, you need internet to play, and a good internet is still going to help you, but they should need to make not such a huge gap. You know, if you got a good internet, you're a god in this game. So internet, weapon balancing. Another thing is they should need to make it fun to play. You know, Blitz, it's an RA game type. You know, they tried to change it up a little bit, but I think they need to bring capture the flag back. That was definitely a much more entertaining game type to play and to watch. I know Blitz can have some crazy endings at the end that makes it fun, but you know, capture the flag had that same kind of X factor with it too. I mean, take it back to Optic Gaming versus Unite Gaming at I don't remember what event it was. I think it was Full Sail University, and at Black Ops 2, and that capture the flag match was insane. You know, came down to the last like 2 seconds. The way they had that overtime system that made it a lot more entertaining for the viewers. So I think they need to bring capture the flag back. I think they need to bring hardpoint back as well. That really kickstarted all the growth for this hardpoint. It made it fun for viewers. It made people want to go home and play it themselves on their own Xbox. It made it fun for them to watch. It was just overall made the game so much funner. So I think they need to bring hardpoint back, capture the flag back. I think domination, it's kind of been working out in this game because they have the system where you can neutralize a flag. That definitely makes it a better viewer-wise, better to play. It's not so much people just camping the flag anymore. But I feel like domination just isn't quite as fun to watch as some of the other game types. Search and Destroy definitely needs to stay. Maybe, I don't know. Nobody really thought of something like Hardpoint until Treyarch brought it to the game in Black Ops 2. So maybe if they got another game type like that, they can throw in there. They can. I think what they should do. Well, first, this is my next point. They need to have something like League Play, a ranked playlist for competitive. Rather, Clan versus Clan, you know, it's a good playlist, but there's no point in playing it. You know, there's no ranking up or anything. It's just like a public match. But with League Play, you know, you had the divisions. You wanted to get better. Once you got better, you ranked up in your divisions. You had placement matches. You know, if you left, you got you got probation. So if you left, you got probation, stuff like that. And they need to fix. They need to add something like that into the game that makes it funner for people to play at home. A lot of people, I'm sure there was a bunch of people that I did it myself. I saw a Call of Duty tournament, and I was like, how can I get into this? You know, this is fun. How can I do it? And you just go home and you can get right on League Play, and you're right into it. Whereas, oh, hold on, watch this. I was trying to sneak behind him to get the capture, and he just turned around. I don't know why he did, but good play by him, I guess. Alright, but like I was saying, they need something like League Play. You can go home, you can play it yourself. You know, more entertaining. And I think what they could do, like I was saying before, if they have any new game modes or anything like that, they could always, because the game comes out for a little while, and then it's not until like a month and a half or so after the game comes out that they do their first tournaments. So I think what they could do is they could have, you know, let's say 2 or 3 set game types they want to do. So there's capture the flag, there may be hardpoint and search and destroy. And then let's say they have some game type ideas. They could throw those into the League Play type playlist, and you could play it out. And that could be like a sample, like a test, just to see how the game is to play. Maybe they can have some sort of way of taking results of all the games, and you know, they can see if you're enjoying it. Maybe you can rate the game after you play it, something like that, so that we can just help it more fun for the people playing. I think the people playing, they're the ones that are going to be watching it. They're the ones that are going to get the viewership, the growth. I think they need to be not necessarily, you know, making all the decisions, but I think they need to have an input in what they're going to be watching all year long. You know, I bet if people put it up to capture the flag versus Blitz at the beginning of the year, I think people would have chose capture the flag just because it's a classic. You know, you can't beat a good game of capture the flag, even a close game of Blitz, but it's just, you know, Blitz, the way you can sneak around, it's not even based on gun skill. You know, I mean, I guess communication, it's one thing that Blitz helps with, but that's really it. So I think they need something like League Play, a ranking system to make it funner. I think they also need to fix Black Ops 2. You know, you get in games where you play like 3v4, but not quite as often as you do in Call of Duty Ghost. There's just no way to keep people playing without some sort of punishment from like leaving or getting in games and backing out and stuff like that. Because you get, I mean, I get in games all the time. You join in and you're like 2v4 or anything. That's not fun for anybody to play. I think they need to bring that probation system back. A lot of people thought it was stupid. They didn't really think it did anything else. But still, I bet if you go and look at the results, there is a lot less like 3v4s and 2v4s in Black Ops 2 than there were in this game. So I think they could do that. Let's see. I had another point that I was going to bring up. Maybe I'll bring it up in another video. I'll have to see what it is. I wrote it down, but I forgot what it was. But that's good timing anyways, because it looks like we're at the end of the game here. You guys can see I did pretty good right there. Good overall game. Lots of caps, lots of kills. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. That was Blitz right there. You know, decent game type. I just think it could be improved a little bit. But if you guys enjoyed the video, please like, you know, favorite, leave it a thumbs up. If you enjoyed the video, I'll be posting more of these every day, so please subscribe, and YouTube will see you.